Hey guys, thank y'all for joining. I said, oh my God, let me hurry up and go live because we get ready to have like thunderstorms again here. So, oh my God, it's been like all freaking weekend. And now we're going into the week with more thunderstorms. So, off and on all freaking day. So, I'm going to have to time them just right. Typically, I don't like to go live when it's doing that, but y'all might hear it thundering and it's get ready to start. So, I want to go ahead and get out as much as I can. Hopefully, it don't knock the power out like it did the other day. So we'll see. But let's get into it. Hello to everyone. Okay. Hey, Rose, thanks for being here, modding, and hello to everyone else in the building. Let's go ahead and get into it. Of course, everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. We'll be talking about these girls on my screen, among other topics. So let's go ahead and jump on in. I ran across this clip of Teddy and Tina Campbell, child. And Teddy reveals something that his friends told him to leave Tina prior, whenever all this stuff was going on with the cheating. Let's go ahead and get into it. Shout out to the Pattern Watch because that's where I saw it. All right. They said Teddy says here in this clip that his friends wanted him to just leave Tina once all the infidelities came out, and Tina literally, he says here, tried to unalive him by beating his car up and like jumping on him and like threatening him. Like she went crazy when she found out that he cheated. But he says his friends told him like, nah, man, get rid of this girl, like get rid of her. So let's get into what he had to say. And look how she's looking at him. Crazy.
To keep it 100, my wife is trying to kill me. You know what I mean? I was even dealing with the condemnation. Like, she should be trying to kill me. I've had my boys like, look, man, you said you were sorry, man. Why don't you just get up out of there? You ain't got to take that. You know, but I knew what I had to do. But I did have to forgive her.
Not sure why it went out, but let's go back. Oh,
my wife is trying to kill me. You know what I mean? I was even dealing with the condemnation. Like, she should be trying to kill me. I've had my boys like, look, man, you said you were sorry, man. Why don't you just get up out of there? You ain't got to take that. You know, but I knew what I had to do. But I did have to forgive her.
So y'all hear that? He says my wife told him when that situation was going on between he and Tina, he was cheating on Tina for years, and Tina didn't even know it, right? And it was said to be with one of their very, very close friends who was like a godmom to their kids. We talked about this video before, but he said his homeboys told him to leave Tina. Tina like destroyed his vehicle and did a whole lot of other things, and he said almost tried to unalive him. But yeah, so I don't agree that he should have cheated, but then too destroying property and all of that. Tina seems to have like a temper on her, right? Tina seems to have a temper. Of course, their divorce has been finalized already, and they are still going through some things. Tina, she looks like the last time I saw Tina like she had put on some weight, and she's probably stressed the fuck out behind all of this situation. They're still co-parenting their two younger kids, but child, Teddy, you cheated, and you got, you know, you doing that shit for quite some time. But he is the one who filed for divorce, as you guys all know as well. Okay. And then they went on this whole press tour where they were trying to convince people that they were good again whole time. And Tina said it in one of her videos. The whole time she thought while they were doing this tour that he had stopped cheating, and they were trying to focus on being, you know, back into their spirituality and working on their marriage. Teddy was still slipping and cheating. So she decided, hey, why am I still trying to hang on to something that's not there? So ultimately he decided to leave after he cheated. So and maybe it was his friends that convinced him to just walk away from his marriage of over 20 something years and 4 or 5 kids with Tina. Weird, right? Weird. So I ran across that. I said, oh, I want to share that because that's interesting that his friends were telling him to leave Tina, but her family was trying to keep them together. Y'all know they had a vow renewal. And I thought they were good. I think everybody on the outside looking in thought they were good, but hey, you just never ever know until you just don't know, right? All right, moving on. Let's get into the next topic. We kind of talked about this situation this morning with this young man who was found unalived. His friends, his white friends, he went to go fishing and swimming with his white friends. We talked about that this morning. His mom, his name is Daniel Erving. His mother is speaking out publicly during a press conference today alongside their family's attorney, calling for a full, thorough, and impartial investigation into their 18-year-old son's death. The family says that they want investigators to follow the evidence wherever it leads and are seeking accountability as the case remains under investigation. So let's hear what this mom has to say. You can hear the pain in her voice. Let's get into it. Shout out to Smash the Topic.
I want to say thank you all for showing up to tell Daniel's story. My son was an amazing son.
Amen.
He was never into any trouble. He was a protector. And we would have conversations about his future. And this wasn't supposed to happen. I have gone through, our family has gone through so much the past 3 months, waiting for the justice system to provide justice. A reasonable minded person would know, if you are not guilty of a crime, why would you throw away his clothes and delete messages and not even call his mother?
Amen.
I want justice for my son. I want justice for Daniel.
Amen. Amen.
I want to say thank you all.
So shout out to the mom for being strong and speaking out. Like, this is a very sad situation. It's so sad that it takes them so long to proceed with finding justice when it comes to our Black children, when something happens to them in these types of situations. We're seeing it more and more and more. We're seeing it with Daniel Erving. We're seeing it with Karmelo. We're now seeing that with Nolan Wells, and so on and so forth. Like, what is going on when it comes to getting justice for our youth when things like this happen? When the shoe is on the other foot, it's swift justice, right? They do all the, like, let a white child go missing, child, and they are going to Natalie Holloway. Let's throw that out there. Natalie Holloway, they kept looking for this girl until they found her, right? They stayed on that case until justice was served. We just want the same energy when it comes to our children, our youth, right? Because their lives matter as well. But prayers up to this woman here, because she's obviously, they had to hold her up. You guys can see a few times she was going to fall down, because she is like still grieving. She's going through the grieving process from her 18-year-old just going out with who she thought were friends. And they're saying that they jumped off of some type of bridge, and they say he went under and never came back up. But there were some very weird things going on where one of his white friends took his phone, deleted some things, and threw his phone like into the woods. Also threw his clothes. So that means that you would have to maybe have seen him somewhere, grabbed his clothes from him, and threw his clothes somewhere. So they know something, but they're not saying anything. But he has been arrested. The Caucasian child that was with him has been arrested. So we're going to have to wait and see how this turns out. Okay. But prayers up for this mom and what she's dealing with. All right. Let's keep going. I uncovered something I ran across something with this Karmelo case that I wanted to talk about. We all know that manslaughter was definitely on the table as far as what they were first seeking for Karmelo to plead versus the first degree unaliving, which is what they wound up giving him. All right. Judge Roach just kept shooting down everything that they brought to him. No. Manslaughter, no. No. But let's get into this that I ran across. All right. May 14th of 2024 at 2:05 p.m. Trial begins at 9:15 a.m. Manslaughter included in jury charge. So listen to this, how Judge Roach, you guys, was not trying to even entertain allowing manslaughter, okay, or self-defense to even be on the books. So let's get into it. When court began at 9:15 a.m. on Tuesday, Judge John Roach told the court that he had been working with the attorneys regarding the proposed jury instruction. Defense attorney Mike Howard objected to the charge as it includes a provoking the difficulty instruction. Now, this is a legal doctrine that limits or completely bars a defendant from claiming self-defense. Y'all watch what's going on here. During this rule, if the defendant intentionally uses words or actions to provoke the other person into attacking them as a pretext to use force, they forfeit the right to use self-defense, right? Did Karmelo do any of that? Hell no. Now, Howard said a relevant precedent for his objection stems from the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals ruling in Smith versus State 1998 and Alonzo versus State 2016. Judge Roach ultimately denied the defense's motion. Okay. After some discussion of lesser included offenses, Judge Roach denied allowing criminally negligent homicide in the jury charge. He did, however, allow the inclusion of manslaughter. It says that the jury will now decide between innocence, unaliving, and manslaughter during deliberations. Okay. So self-defense was never even there. Self-defense was never even considered in this situation. They wanted a higher charge so that they could give him the 35 years. So Karmelo really didn't have a chance, especially with the person who was representing him, because everything that they kept presenting to the judge, Judge Roach was shooting it down and not considering it, including witnesses that he brought to Judge Roach and said, hey, we have these witnesses that we're set to testify on behalf of Karmelo. And the judge was asked, what are they going to testify to? So he wanted every single solitary detail before he would allow it to even be on the record. Okay. Now, I also ran across something that directly will be a great thing for them in this new appeal, this new trial. All of that's been submitted, but Judge Roach not only violated Karmelo's 5th and 6th Amendment rights, but I also ran across where he also violated another statute, okay, section 51-303. We get ready to look at that, okay, in relation to Karmelo's case. All right. Now, Judge Roach sealed Karmelo's entire case file, you guys, with no order or a hearing or findings, okay? And this is according to section 51. Y'all see here, section 51-303, duties and powers. Now, let's take a look at this, because they did not allow cameras or any type of videoing or any type of media attention inside the courtroom, and that should have been allowed. Now, and I've looked it up. That should have been allowed. You guys see it on my screen. Let's go ahead and read what it says. Judge Roach did not have a hearing or any type of paperwork typed up or any type of order or findings in relation to him giving the no videoing and no recording order. Okay, it's a verbal, and you cannot do a verbal order. It has to be a hearing. It has to be something that is typed out and signed off on to not have that. So let's get into it. Duties and power says, A, the clerk of district court has custody of and shall carefully maintain and arrange the records relating to or lawfully deposited in the clerk's office. B, the clerk of district court shall, 1, record the acts and proceedings of the court, enter all judgments of the court under the directions of the judge, record all executives issued and the returns of the executions, and accept all applications for a protective order filed under Chapter 92 Family Code. C says that the district clerk shall keep an index of all parties to all suits filed in the court. The index must list all the parties alphabetically using their full name and must be cross-referenced to the other parties to the suit. In addition, a reference must be made opposite each name to the minute on which is entered the judgment in the case. D says paper records must include a reference opposite each name to the minute on which is entered the judgment in this case. E says that the clerk of a different court may take the depositions of witnesses, and 2 says that perform other duties imposed on the clerk by law. And F says that a case with an electronic record must be searchable by each party's full name and case number and the date on which the record was made. So if you guys ever get a chance, you can look up section 51-303, duties and powers. And it also goes into that a hearing, because I looked it up, a hearing and an order and findings have to be typed out. It has to be something on record prior to a judge making that decision to say that no media attention will be allowed in the courtroom. I told you guys the other day, there's no way that Carmelo Anthony's case was bigger than, OJ Simpson's case. Like, why was OJ Simpson's case on our TV screens every single day? Like, it was on court TV. It was everywhere. We saw every single solitary witness, everything related to this case. So why is it that Karmelo's case was not? I feel like because they knew that a lot of illegal things were done in this trial in terms of, one, not having a witness who was actually there, his twin brother, Austin's twin brother, which was Hunter Metcalf, after he had been subpoenaed to appear in court, and he kept avoiding and evading that subpoena. And other witnesses who were supposed to testify on behalf of Karmelo were not allowed to testify. And let's not forget that he was not tried by a jury of his peers. And let's not forget that they rushed this case into where Karmelo was tried and sentenced within 24 hours. Also, there was a violation of how they booked him, because the time limit, we showed you guys that within a certain amount of time, they didn't even go through that. In 24 hours, they did everything within that time. So there was a lot of things that were off in relation to Karmelo's case, which would help him ultimately in the appeals of his case that's coming up. Okay. So he has 6 great attorneys who will be working on this, but this is something that I ran across. Judge Roach was just doing what he wanted to do. Okay, he had his hands in too much of this. He didn't allow the DAs and everybody else to do their job. He requested that they come to them with everything because he wanted to know every single solitary detail. Who was going to testify? What were they going to say when they testify? Like, my God, it's called a case for a reason. Like, it's unheard of for people who were at the scene to not be able to testify in a case where a young man's life is hanging in the balance and he could be sentenced to death or get life in prison, right? And the fact that you guys did not entertain the fact that he was trying to plead self-defense or asking for self-defense. We saw the video camera footage from the police whenever they originally arrested Karmelo, where he says on there, I told him not to put his hands on me. We saw the video footage of the boys attacking Karmelo and Karmelo running away. A person who is a threat to someone do not run away. They will not run away. So I don't feel like all of the evidence in that case was considered when they tried Karmelo. I don't feel like they gave him a fair trial. I don't feel like he had people that actually saw this and that wanted to testify on his behalf was allowed. Okay, so yeah, all of this will come out. What do y'all think about that? Oh, I'm on their ass. Okay, absolutely. So that's court documents. You can look it up, section 51303. All right, it breaks it down. It breaks it down. So that's a huge violation with them. So let's continue on. Yeah, they have to have I looked it up. They have to have a hearing. They have to have an order that is placed on that particular case. All right. For them to say no media attention, no none of that. He was just doing what he wanted to do because he was the judge, but that's going to cost him later on. And you also violated his rights. So they'll pay for it in the end. And ultimately, I feel like Karmelo will get to come home. Let's get to the next piece because we don't want to stay on trial too long, child, because I know I stay on it too long. Tamar's throwing shade at Candy. Once again, now Candy has not said anything. She did roll her eyes in a recent video that we saw where Tamar leaned in to try to hug her when they would get ready to do some type of photo op or something. Obviously, the two of them still have some hidden beef that they've not worked out. But Tamar decided to go live. Shout out to BFB fan page. And she threw major shade towards Candy, even talked about her singing. Okay, but if you're saying that you want to move forward and you want to move on and you're tired of the fighting and arguing, Tamar, when you do things like this, understand you're keeping the beef going, right? Candy's not mentioning you. She's not went live to even say anything as related to you, subliminally, directly, nothing. But here's Tamar poking and provoking. And then as soon as somebody say something about it, she start ugly crying and then playing victim, right? Like you had nothing else to do today than make a fucking video and call Candy out. But let's get into it. This is what she had to say, child.
If I was talking about somebody, I will say their name. Like nobody gonna do not one thing to me, can't do anything to me. So if I'm talking about somebody in particular, I just call it out like I did with Candy. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say somebody said Candy said that I said it, took shit back. I said no. The husband did what he did to me. Both of them actually, and she can't sing. I said that. So why now do I need to backpedal and all of this victims? I'm not no fucking victim. I'm a fucking survivor. You know what the fuck I've been through, what I built? What? You know, rocks. What they say? I throw rocks and hide my hand. I say what it is. When do I stop? And who started that? Who started that? That's dumb. I said what I said. When I said it's not changing, it's not changing. I really don't care, y'all, because, you know, if I was talking about somebody, I would say their name. Like, nobody gonna do not one thing to me, can't do anything to me. So if I'm talking,
I mean, they can, but then you would have to go and file a police report if someone just rolled up on you and decided to beat your ass, Tamar, because you just really do talk a lot. People can really do something to you if they want to. Like, you're not untouchable. Please understand that. All right, we know Candy do love to fight. Go back and look at the video when Nene had the little pajama party, right? Candy said, "I'll drag a bitch in here. I'll drag a bitch in here." You don't want to see that side of Candy. Now, she might not be able to sing, but baby look like she can fight. All right, Candy look like she can fight a little bit. She was ready to fight for little Todd up over there. I don't know. This poking and provoking, like I said, that situation is a water under the bridge, I feel. That's been days ago. Apparently Tamar, she's already said she's bipolar and got some, you know, mental stuff going on, but still, I feel like you are, I feel like you're entertaining this longer than it needs to be. I think you should move on, okay? Because again, Tamar is that type of girl that dish it out but cannot take it. And as soon as Candy snap back and go live and say something about her, then it's World War 25. And it just doesn't need to be. I just feel like this video was just like, why? For why? For why did you make it, girl?
about somebody in particular, I just call it out like I did with Candy. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say somebody said, Candy said that, I said it, Candy took shit back. I said, no. Her husband did what he did to me. Both of them, actually. And she can't sing. I said that. So why now do I need to backpedal and all of this victims? I'm not no fucking victim.
She did the same thing with Funky Dineva, and all he asked her to do was please stop mentioning me, stop talking about me subliminally, directly. She kept poking and provoking and saying little shit, and then when he lit her ass up, then she wanted to go, I'm running to go to my lawyer. For why? He told you to shut the fuck up and leave him alone. And here she go again.
I'm a fucking survivor. You know what the fuck I've been through, what I built? What? You know, rocks. What they say? I throw rocks and hide my hand. I say what it is. when do I stop? And who started that? Who started that? That's dumb. I said what I said. When I said it's not changing, it's not changing. I really don't.
She's so immature. I really hope Tamar just grow up. Even her sisters are irritated with her. I just don't understand. They be so tired of her, and I'm tired of her ass as well. All right, let's get into some more Real Housewives of Atlanta drama, okay? If you guys are looking for my clips from Real Housewives of Atlanta from my morning video, I had to edit them out because, yeah, Bravo was tripping, right? Bravo was tripping a bit, and yeah, they didn't want us to share their little clips, so I found them somewhere else, all right? And we have more clips that were dropped where these two are still cutting up, and that would be none other than Portia and Shamia. Like, what is going on with y'all? I need y'all to like get over this. I mean, we are enjoying this good tea because it's giving us some views or whatever, but damn, like y'all are going for the jugular with this whole your mama slept with my uncle, your uncle slept with this person, and your mama this and your mama that, and my child can't come to your child. They are going off. So the aftermath of Portia and Shamia talking about each other's mom, child, we're gonna get into it. So Portia Williams and Shamia Morton's friendship is irreconcilable. Okay, after tonight's episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Shamia accused Portia's mom of trying to sleep with her dad. Ooh, child. It says that Portia accused Shamia's mom of sleeping with Shamia's dad's brother. They went very low, child. They went very low. So let's talk about this. Bravo talk too much. Shout out to them. Let's go.
You said, oh, she on the show now, and it's anything. Everything's off limits. We ain't friends no more. We co-workers. Girl, that's bullshit. Why would I lie? You don't know. You're the same one. You the same one too. And it's tired. And I see you. I'm tired of you. And I've always known that. I gave her the benefit of the doubt because I said, you know what? I love her. Okay. In spite of it all, I always said. In spite of what? Our mom's relationship. Or any other relationship. So I'm new to this.
What's the real reason why y'all not friends?
She knows how to manipulate and play. Girl, you are such a puppet. Girl, I don't want to be near you. Not at this point, anyway.
I'm here.
I don't want to be near you.
It doesn't matter. When somebody does the things that she has done, you're going to make a decision for yourself. You're going to have boundaries for yourself. Period.
Y'all can sit and believe that lie and that manipulative bullshit. That narcissistic. That's what you do. Let's keep it cute.
Goodbye.
You said she on her.
I know.
I've been holding that in because I wanted to protect her, but that bitch ain't protecting me, so I don't got nothing for her. She want to keep talking. We can talk. Dead ass.
That's hurt right there. Two friends that are hurt. I think Shamia is more hurt about this friendship between she and Portia. I didn't think that she thought that Portia would go this go this low with her. And I think Shamil, I think you went low too out of frustration because you really was hoping that you and Portia would be able to fix this situation by now. And I feel like you guys are at the point of no return right now. I really do. I think sometimes you can say things that you can't take back. And I think that moment was one of them. At one point in time, you guys respected each other's mothers because, I mean, even Shamil, you said that Portia's mom was like a second mom to you and vice versa. I don't think y'all can come back from this now. I just don't. But let's keep going.
I'm over it. Everybody got something for me, bitch. I got shit on YouTube, bitch. You. I know. You gonna talk shit about me, but I ain't never did nothing to you.
You haven't, but be a good friend.
I'm out of here.
Her. She knew what she was doing. She's trying. That's a snake. She just tried to trigger me. How the hell are you gonna say to me, it's just a shame that you won't let Pilar come be over? I would never hurt her. Bitch, you would probably poison me. You think I'm gonna let my child come over there?
Because you know what? She wanna be like, she need.
Portia, do you really feel that Shamil would try to poison you though? I mean, I get it, y'all fell out. Let's just all be politically correct here. I don't feel that Shamil would be in there, child, crushing up the good old rat poisoning and sprinkling it in your damn soup or in your drink. I just don't see her doing that. I don't see her asking you, can Pilar come to her house to do a play date with y'all daughter, child? And they in there, you know, putting rat poison and shit in your child food and you know, phenolin drops and sprinkling that shit. I just don't see her doing it. Putting cocaine, telling her that it's, you know, cheese or something like that on top of the spaghetti and it's really cocaine. I don't see her doing that. This is starting to be a lot.
It needs to be like so bad because her home life and her family life is up. So she does so that people can like her instead of being loyal and honest. And I don't rock with a bitch like that.
But you did for 20 years. Portia is the same person she was. It's just like sometimes you see a person when you see them. I think Portia's been this way. And I think you kind of promoted that behavior when you and Portia were in a great space. And now that you kind of see things for what they are, she didn't change. You were just promoting that bullshit. That's all that was. Portia is the same, if not worse. She is the same, if not worse. And I'll be honest, Shamil, you and Portia have some of the same traits. And we got to be 1,000 when we say it. Both of y'all have some of the same traits. Y'all don't like to forgive. Portia is very, she's definitely a narc. But Portia don't like accountability. And when you try to make her take accountability, she plays victim. We've seen that so many times, right? Shamil, you kind of display that as well. Let's continue though.
So is the friendship over? Is it done? Is it?
Girl, did you hear what she said about my motherfucking mother?
Her and her mom are like the trash that you put out on Wednesday and you hope that they pick it up on Thursday.
Not the trash. How you come back from that? This was Auntie. Shamil's mama was Auntie. Now she's trash that you put on the side of the damn road.
This the most you done heard me say about the bitch. It's over.
I'm okay, so let's let her deal with her emotions.
I knew that was gonna come to head. I knew it. It was only a matter of time. That's a low down dirty bitch. My mom told my dad's brother, you're a liar. That's your motive. You insane. It's my family, you know what I mean? My parents have been married almost 50 years, you know?
So is the friendship?
Lord. Okay. Whew. Girl, I guess it's safe to say they're not gonna be friends now. I was really like this for them. I was riding for y'all. I ain't gonna hold you. I was really riding for y'all. But now it just gives y'all just ain't gonna be. All right, so now let's try to figure out by process of elimination who the hell is pregnant, because they said that they announced it at the damn reunion in terms of who's pregnant. We're gonna get back on this Shamil and Portia shit here in a second. But let's see if we can figure out who the hell is pregnant, because they're trying to say this person asked, was it Pinky that announced that she was pregnant? Girl, let's see. All right. Let's see. Could it be Shamil with all this crying? Because you know when you're pregnant, you do be emotional a lot, like Carl Thomas child. But they said that Humble Brag is all new this week. Said that Crystal cuts to the chase and asked Cynthia about the pregnancy rumors from the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion. Y'all know they can't reveal anything from the reunion until the reunion airs, right? And they ain't playing that. He will fine the shit out of them if they do it too, or fire them. They can be fired too. But let's get into it as they talk about it, y'all. Cynthia.
Any interesting rumors you've heard lately? Well, you think you nabbed me, but I'm. I love
Get me caught up.
You literally.
I don't want any smoke. I'm tired.
You fuck shit up for yourself right now. I have heard about the rumors. Okay.
What rumors have you heard?
This is a simple one. Is Pinky pregnant? That's out the rumor.
Is that what you heard?
Yeah. That's the rumor, that there's someone on your cast that is pregnant. And then people are saying it's Pinky. But then I'm thinking Shamia was the one with the storyline.
True.
And it's not you. So
I can confirm that I'm not pregnant for sure.
Is there someone pregnant? That's question 1. And 2, who is it?
Okay. So part 1, someone announced at the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion that they were pregnant.
Okay.
Part 2, I don't think I can say for sure who it is.
Can you say which couch?
Okay.
We already know it's on the second, on this side, on the right side. Remember, they already established that when we saw it before. They just didn't say who it was.
Okay, I can confirm that it wasn't on my couch, and that's all I'm saying. Next.
No, that was a good one. That was excellent. Look at you drinking your water. Excellent.
So it's either K. Michelle, Pinky, or Shamia, right? Yeah, K. Michelle, Pinky, or Shamia. So that's
very.
I am trying to stay hydrated.
Okay, so not on your couch.
Because Cynthia's
and the seating chart is available. So
okay,
you guys figure it out. Any interesting rumors?
So there you go. All right. Because over here is where Cynthia's sitting. And over here is K. Michelle, Shamia, Pinky. Who's on? Oh, and Kelly. I think Kelly. Yeah. K. Michelle, Pinky, Kelly, and Shamia. Yeah. So it's one of them. It could be Pinky because Pinky is kind of fertile. Pinky got a bunch of kids. Or it could be Shamia's, like I said, it could be Shamia's surrogate, but they did say that somebody did announce it at the reunion, so we gotta wait to watch it. Oh well, jingle bell, let's move on. All right, back to the mess, child, because it's more mess. Lord have mercy, it's more mess. All right, Drew Sidor tells Portia about Dennis poured out his heart. Y'all know that Dennis is still deeply in love with Portia. Portia's not trying to see it because Portia is still upset that Dennis cheated on her years ago. Y'all know that he proposed to her. She wound up giving the ring back. So Dennis just gave her the ring back this season on the show. You guys saw that when he came over to visit. I feel like he was about to cry, John. He was about to cry. Feeling the way that Portia was trying to be all hard-hearted whenever she took this damn ring back. He said, hey, I told you not to marry Simon. Like, he and Simon were friends. I think he knows the type of person that Simon is. But Portia was on her head to marry, Simon for whatever reason. But I feel like, Dennis has always wanted it to be him. I always felt like he thought that Portia would always spin the block and come back to him. He and Portia do share a child. There is still a bond there, and I don't feel like he's ever completely gotten over Portia, even though he is said to be dating somebody else, and Portia is said to be dating Sway the Pro, this girl. But let's go ahead and get into this scene right here. Shout out to OMFG Reality TV.
Portia,
That name was nice, girl.
Portia, I need to tell you this because we didn't get a chance to talk. So after my meeting with Dennis, I'm having a business meeting with Dennis tomorrow.
Okay.
Trying to get the tour together. Yeah. It's gonna be a big deal because everyone's gonna have to get all their feelings out.
Okay.
We were like talking about some personal stuff, catching up, and he definitely was like pouring his heart out a little bit about y'all relationship. So I was asking him, like, do you miss her? Like, you want to be back together? And he was like, she don't want me. He was like, she moved on.
How does he feel about Mike? Because that looks like a threat.
So Mike was one thing. He was just like, oh, well, I just don't know the guy. And he always dating other people, And I'm like, he's single.
Right.
He's like, yeah. But then when Sway came into the situation, he, he had some other feelings.
Oh, why? Because she was a woman or just because she was somebody else?
Maybe because she was a woman.
I honestly don't feel like Dennis should have an opinion on who I'm dating. I have no idea who he's dating and who he calls his work. At this point, we both have been very responsible parents. So I feel like he should just trust who I want to be with.
I was very protective of the situation. I wouldn't bring anybody around my child, whoever they are, unless they were good to me. I'm not going to play with Pilar.
Portia.
Dennis is never going to see anybody that Portia dates or marries as deemable to be with Portia because he wants to be with her. And that's always hard for a person when they're not completely over them. Nobody that you get with, it could be the greatest person. Hell, she can get with Obama and he's still going to find something wrong with it because he wants that person to be him. I think Dennis feels like, hey, I've grown up now. I think I've been around you. I've shown you. It's kind of hard for him to be around Portia to see her with all these relationships because y'all know she stayed in a relationship. Portia will jump out of the frying pan into the motherfucking fire and be with anybody that she wants to be with. And it's always right in Dennis' face because he's always in her fucking business. And it makes it hard for him to move on. And I think he just date other people because he don't want to be by himself. But ultimately, he's still in love with Portia. And I think she knows that. And I think she's not done hurting Dennis. I think she's not done proving to him that what you did to me by cheating on me and stepping out and doing what you did, yeah, I'm not done punishing you for that. So, yeah, see me with a few more people before I, fuck with you again. That's what it's giving. As sad as it is, right? Sorry, Dennis, but that's what I see. I think that Portia still does have love for you, but I think that she's probably scared to go back and let him break her heart again. And you have some women that's that way, right? I don't know, child. Do I like to see her and Dennis get back together? I would. I do. I feel like he may treat her better, or treat her good the next time around. And I ain't even want to be telling people to go back because I don't be doing it. But hey, in this situation, I don't know. Y'all sound off. What do y'all think? Should Portia go back to Dennis? Do y'all think that Dennis has grown up since then? Because that's been years ago. How old is Pilar now? 6, 7 years old? Like, that's been about 7 years. Shit, that's enough time for a person to grow up, change, get some therapy, and figure out the error of their ways. I mean, y'all let me know. Let's move on, though. I think they can work it out. I don't know. I think they can work it out. Oh, did I pull it up? Yeah. All right, so let's get into this next topic. Phaedra Parks was on Watch What Happens Live with Eva, okay? That used to be on Watch What Happens Live. And they used to be on Real Housewives of Atlanta and America's Next Top Model. Phaedra says that Shamia becoming a full-time housewife should not change her friendship with Portia. So let's get into that. All right. We didn't get to cover Watch What Happens Live clip. So let's look at that.
Eva, Stephen K wants to know, do you agree with Shamia that her friendship with Portia was never going to be the same once she became a full-time housewife?
Oh, friendships are what you need. You need your girlfriends. Life happens. So I wish it wasn't the way it is. I think that there's some world where they can get back together. I hope so.
Well, I don't think becoming a housewife should change your friendship. I think we celebrate each other in everything. So I don't think because you become a housewife or your friend should change how you feel about someone and how you connect with them. Because if you're friends, you're going to be friends through thick and thin.
Agreed. But friendships do go through their little ebbs and flows.
I was kind of surprised where we wound up at the reunion relating to this, and we'll deal with that later.
Ew.
Eva, Stephen K.
Told a lot of lies last year. You did, and I let him land. Even down to the fact of you saying to Andy, "Oh, didn't I always want her to be a part of the friend group?"
Andy, have I always wanted Shamia to be on the show as a housewife?
Yes.
Yes.
You and I both know we.
When did that happen, Portia? Because Shamia did say that when it was time for Portia to speak up for her to be on the show, Portia didn't want her to be on the show. She wanted her to stay as a friend of. So she went to Candy to speak up for her, which Candy did. And that's what helped her ultimately get on the show. So when did you want her to have a peach? I'm confused.
Sat down and had a whole conversation about being a part of this friend group. And you said, Shamia, you sing, you dance, you act, you got the hops, all this stuff. You said this was your thing. This is your friend group. I'll bring you on as my friend on the show. But no, I think it might mess up our friendship if you actually come on as a full-time housewife. That's what you said.
Why are you
So
lying?
I've always held on to that. Why would I lie? Why would I lie about that? That's what you said.
I don't have a reason to lie.
But you do,
So that's what I'm trying to figure out.
But
Why are
you
you
do.
still doing it? You're here with these girls and you're doing the same thing.
No, I'm not.
I don't even know why.
No, what I am going to do though is speak up. It told a lot of.
So Andy is saying that Portia did tell him that that she wanted Shamia on the show as a peach holder, but you didn't help her. You didn't speak up for her. And if you said that, Andy did co-sign it, so I guess it was said initially. But I don't feel that Portia fought for Shamia to go from being a friend of to a peach holder, and that's something that she's always wanted. It hence the reason why she kept hanging around. But again, sometimes when you have friends who don't want to see you surpass them, then they will, prefer to see you as a friend of versus a peach holder. So Portia, like she said, Portia told her, hey, you sing, you dance, you got all these things going on. Like, let me have this. This is mine. I want to be like that it girl on the show. And if you come on there, I don't want you putting me in the fog because you have all these other things going on. Like, this is really all I have. Really, that's all Portia had going on was being on Real Housewives of Atlanta. So with Shamia coming on, Shamia has acted before. Shamia got music. Shamia, y'all know what I'm saying? Shamia had some things going on. Shamia already had a name for herself coming on, but you know, Portia was the likable girl. Portia was supposed to be the girl that's the star of. So she didn't want nobody clouding that. And with Shamia's life then changing and marrying Gerald and having this huge house and driving a nice Mercedes and all the things that Portia thought that she was going to have with being with Simon, when that went away, it was like, damn, Shamia, right? It's like, damn, can I just have just one thing? Right? Let's continue, child.
Eyes last year. You did, and I let him land. Even down to the fact of you saying to Andy, "Oh, didn't I always want her to be a part of the friend group?"
Andy, have I always wanted Shamia to be on the show as a housewife?
Yes.
Yes.
You and I both know we sat down and had a whole conversation about being a part of this friend group. And you said, Shamia, you sing, you dance, you act, you got the hops, all this stuff. You said this was your thing. This is your friend group. I'll bring you on as my friend on the show. But no, I think it might mess up our friendship if you actually come on as a full-time housewife.
Let me tell you who else that happened with. Right? The situation that happened on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Who didn't want Kiki to come on the show? I ain't even gonna say it. Y'all put it in the chat. Who did not want Kiki to come on the show because they were afraid that Kiki was going to outshine them? And I'm going to see if we're on the same page. Put it in the chat. Drop it in the chat. Who did not want Kiki, rest in peace to Kiki, to come on this show because they did not want Kiki to outshine them? Kiki was very likable too. When Kiki came on the show, people were like, oh my God, we like her. Oh, y'all so smart. I ain't even have to say it. Same shit. That's how people be sometimes. This is mine. I want this for me, right? She didn't want Kiki coming on this damn show. Because she felt like this is mine. This is something that if you come on here, you can film a scene or two, but we don't want you to be a regular cast member on the show because I'm trying to shine over here. And if you come on here, people start liking you, then they don't see me no more. And I feel like that's what was going on here with Portia, not fighting for her friend to come up and have her peach like Portia did. That shit happens.
That's
what happens. Okay. Y'all said it, don't they? So people are like, oh, you so messy. Y'all messy too, because you said it. Thank you. Okay. All right, so let's move on. I'm tired of talking about this. Did I have one more? Was that it? I think it was it. Yeah. So that is it. Because y'all know this is Poppy and Child. Poppy and videos don't be that long. So we come in, we get to the tea, and we get out of here. But thank y'all. Okay. Let's go back to the comments right quick so we can see what y'all saying. And then we're gonna get out of here. Okay. We're gonna get out of here. All right, let's look at a few comments. Then I gotta roll, honey. I got to go. Okay. All right, so Deborah Holder said that all of this started when Shamia, the first season, was talking to Angela and Drew about how she felt about her and Portia's friendship was not solid. And if that is the case, why would you want Portia to get you on? That's interesting. Campbell Kisses says that if you really that girl, you don't shine, you're gonna shine regardless. Yeah. But I feel like Portia's mentality was that if she invited Shamia on, being that Shamia had all these other accolades that she was sitting on, that maybe she would outshine her. And Portia didn't want that. Portia said, I want to be the it girl. I want to be the star of this show, right? With Shamia coming on and showing her huge house, and people like, oh my God, look at Shamia. Shamia that came up, right? And then we're hearing all in the news that Portia's house is about to be a foreclosure. She's getting a divorce from Simon. Like, it was all negative stuff. But Shamia came in and kicked the damn door down. And we was like, oh my God, Shamia done rolls out this bitch. Like, who is this girl that came up from being a friend up to now being the it girl on the show? And that shit, I feel like it bothered Portia a little bit. All right, let's keep going. Cassandra said that Portia don't want anyone to outshine her, period. That's what it was. Sharon Chung says that, Shamia is on the show now and she cannot outshine Portia. All right. Okay. Said that Darlene Munger says that she did push it. Said that now look what happened. She's trying to take her spot. Go sit down, Snake. Ooh, that's a read. I ain't mad at it. Okay. Lies More Lies said that LOL said that we typing the same thing. TLC. Oh, see that me two great minds think alike. Okay. They say her cousin. Thank you, Vera. Tisha Scott. Okay. In my Dustin voice, that's how he say Tisha name on Messy Money. Tisha Scott. You're like, ooh. Delilah T, thank you. Okay, y'all said Tisha. I ain't saying, but hey, that's exactly who it was. Tisha did not want Kiki to be on this show, child. She did not want her ass on that show. Because sometimes people be trying to be a star out here, honey. When you got somebody else that got star power too, come on there and they kind of walk past you and outshine you, and they be a fan favorite. Because Kiki had a lot of people that like her on the show. All right, rest in peace to her though. Tam C, Lies More Lies said that Tam C writes that it started drama for something that happened years ago. Bingo. All right, y'all see it, Faith Williams. Oh, I'm being messy today, Lord. Oh, I'm being messy. Tam C said the riot wedding 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. Rose Armstead, you said it, baby. Yes, ma'am. Oh, Lord. Cassandra said, I believe Shamil. Yeah, I believe what Shamil was saying. I do believe that Portia did say that to her. Portia, why are you lying? That's a calm liar, right? Portia don't take accountability for shit, though. Darlene Munger said that Shamil lied. Portia did ask Andy plenty of times, but she flip-flopped at times. Ooh, okay. You'll take it. Lies More Lies says, but she started with Portia about her not making it to the second wedding. Mm-hmm. But Portia had all those excuses as to why. But my thing is, you her friend. If you had some medical stuff, that's different. But if you just saying some shit not to go because you're jealous and you know she about to have this fabulous wedding, one that you wanted to have, and you didn't want to go because you didn't want to see your life not, snowball into what you wanted it to be vicariously through your friend, then yeah, that's some fuck shit. Delilah T says that Shamia do be lying. She do be lying. She do. Thank you for pointing it out. And said that Shamia, you shouldn't have wanted to work on your friend's job. Okay. So you don't think the two friends can work on the same job or same platform and still be able to get their own shine? Do y'all feel like that? I don't know. Tam C says, I don't understand why Shamia waited until she got a peach to confront Portia about not going to her wedding. Maybe she felt like she'd be heard louder if she had a peach versus being a friend of. Okay, because peach holders do have more pull than friend of. All right, Ash Sheree. That's why her ass trying to come back. So let's see. Deborah Holder says that Andy said last year that Portia was trying to get Shamia on the show. So Shamia is saying that Andy is lying. Ooh, because Andy did just co-sign Portia when she asked him. Didn't I say I wanted Shamia to get a peach? And Andy said, yes, you did. Okay. So Sharon Chung says that didn't you just hear Andy say that Portia asked me? Right. We heard it. All right. Deborah Holder says, Lies More Lies said, but this season Shamia went on a press tour dogging Portia out and not in one interview did Portia respond to her that not missing your friend is making a situation worse. Yeah, you can tell she really does miss her. She's very emotional. I think that she thought that eventually with time going on, y'all know, like they say, child, time is a healer. Sometimes you can put time on things and it will heal. But there was a lot of hurt there. You can tell she's breaking down. She's emotional. Portia just has this wall up. Portia's that type of person like, bitch, you're not going to see me crying just till I feel like crying. Like, yeah, I'm hurt. I'm mad. Portia's hurt as well, but she just shows it a different type of way. And she going to let you sweat it out before she just really tell you how she feel. Portia is a fucking narc. Sorry. She's a narc. I don't know what her sign is, but she is definitely a narc. Lies More Lies says that has she cut the beard and hair yet? Because she has been looking a hot man. What are you talking about? Who got a beard? Who got a beard? I'm confused. Stacey Lane said that Shamil was jealous because Portia made up with Kelly. In my opinion, could be. I feel like Shamil has Kelly around as a nanny boo boo to Portia, right? That's what I feel. Because ain't nowhere in the hell. Because Kelly is too damn needy. Kelly ain't got shit to offer that friendship. Okay, now she might lick a few carpet munches. She might lick on the carpet a little bit because I do hear that. Shamil do like girls or whatever. And I did see a video recently of Kelly and Shamil humping each other. I did see that. All right. I saw it. I saw it. Both my eyes, the two of them humping each other. So do I feel like they might be having a little play time behind the scenes? Allegedly, possibly, and maybe, and hypothetically. Yeah. So I think that Kelly's sole purpose is probably there to probably be a carpet muncher. I don't know, because you are staying rent free in her apartment over there, girl, because you ain't having nowhere to stay. But anyway, Lies More Lies said that Deborah Holden said that I think she's extremely hurt and wants to be Portia's friend again. Me too. I see that. Said that she saw her making up with everyone and not her. I saw that too. We saw the same thing. Lies More Lies said that he can't compete with a woman like he can with a man. Yeah. All right, so one more comment. Let's get this last one and then we're gonna go. All right, Deborah Holden says that Angela was coming at Shamia hard half the season, saying that she slept with George, but Shamia brings smoke for Portia, but did not have smoke for Angela at the table. It makes no sense. Yeah, y'all caught that too. Yeah, I don't think they're in any danger of being friends after that, though. After that situation right there, I don't think that Shamia and Portia are in any danger of reconciling their friendship because I think they went far. I think they both went too far in terms of talking about the mamas, and then Portia spinning the block and saying that your mama is like the trash that they put out on a fucking Wednesday. Baby, that's no coming back from that. If you say that about my mama, I'm not ever fucking with you again. You don't even get a hello, a goodbye. If you trip and fall, I'm not helping you up. If I drive by and you walking in the rain, bitch, you gonna be orange juice Jones tonight, because I'm not pulling over and picking your ass up. Okay, I will not. But what do y'all think about that? Sound off. Keep talking about it. Okay, great topics, great comments. Okay, thank you guys all for that. Shout out to my top flight mods, Tiffany Thomas, Rose Olmstead, and True TV Podcast. Thank y'all for modding and doing an awesome job. Thank you to all the content creators. Thank you to all the Caramelians in the chat as well as in the bushes. See you guys later. You guys have a wonderful one. I will see you guys depending on how this storm is, because we have thunderstorms off and on all day today. I'm going to try to be back. But you guys keep your notifications on so you guys will know when I go live. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Okay. Continue to comment and let me know how you guys feel about this video. All right. And all the topics that we discussed. All right. Until the next one, I'll see you guys later. Bye.